Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Change. This is live and recorded. For those of you that might be new here, what we typically do is go over crypto news or news in general in the space. I update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Let's use in the house, then we'll get into this. Mr. Paulie 35, good to see you, buddy. So the bear market is here. Yeah, bear market's already started. Damn it, we just got out of it and it just went back. Need my BTC. What's up, man? Black Hat Team, good to see you. Triple Nickels, Andrew Masad, thanks for being a member, buddy. Appreciate you. DDA 40, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. K Hashaholic, my man. We have Black Hat Team, Steven Cicero, Kaiser, Alexander, good morning. Everybody else may have missed, I apologize. Let's get into it. Bitcoin, $98,454 in the red. that is a sight to see. It's down almost 5% and it's at $98,450. We're doing just fine, people. We're doing just fine. This is the quick let's pull back and liquidate longs. That's what that was yesterday, right? I don't know, we went down to like 96 or something, maybe 94, I don't know, I forget, but we can look if you guys want. Ethereum at 38.83, XRP at $2.31, having a little bit of a pullback. As you can see, it actually rallied like, what was it, 60 cents, so it went up like almost a 4x in like less than a week. Crazy. We have Solana over here at 235 bucks, BNB at $721. We have TRX actually down 7.5% today to 31 cents, almost 32 cents. That was actually on a huge tear as well. Sui is up today, actually his 7.76% to $4.18. Dogecoin down 4% in the red at 42.9, almost 43 cents. Dude, everything is fine, everything looks fine. This chart just looks awful because of the redness. ADA had a huge tear last couple of days or last week or so, right? 4% down today, so $1.17, not too bad. Near Protocol is doing well, $7.82. AVAX over here $51. ICP we got 14.85 for a price, up 1%, 1.5%. ETC in the deep red, down 5.71% at $35. Again, everything just looks fantastic. Algorand's 44 cents, down 8%, deep red. Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. This chart just looks like ass, right? Because again, the redness, but it's in Christmas spirit. You know how that goes. We're gearing up for the Santa rally. Just wait, it's gonna happen. DYDX seems, BGB seems to be the biggest earner of the day over here, up 27.8%. This is the BitGet token, $2.38 over here on Crypto Bubbles. We got DYDX in second place at $2.27, up 21.8%. We have Jasmy's killing it. It's over 5 cents. Oh yeah, up 8%. Perfect. Amazing. Sui, another one, 6.1% in the green today, $4.17. WorldCoin is up 10% today to $3.92. Are you guys into WorldCoin? Is anybody? It's up 10% today, ranked 60th. Market cap is 2.89 billion. We have Virtual over here, Virtual Protocol. That's up as well, 13% to $1.79. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Ranked 78th. Okay, it's up 11 ranks. Interesting. From yesterday. BitTensor, $738. Did any of you guys buy into this at $299 when I said I probably should have bought it? Because it was down there. It was like $299, and then like the next week it was freaking double. It was like $600. So it was yeah, that kind of sucks. Couldn't buy it, but it's not available on Coinbase, unfortunately. If I'm not mistaken, it's not. I'm pretty sure I looked. Ranked 28, that's why I wasn't able to get it. But yeah, interesting. I don't know, let me know if it is actually. Dumped it, not enough upside anymore. Yeah, it's, well, once it gets to the price of, you know, this, it's like, well, honestly, looking at Bitcoin, anything has a chance to skyrocket, right? But I don't know. Once coins get expensive though, yeah, it's hard to get bigger upside gains, right? Because it's, you could take 738 bucks and buy one of these, or you can go buy like a bunch of Caspa or anything, Dogecoin, whatever, and get the multiple X because you got a bunch of coins instead of just one. Do you know what I mean? So that makes sense. I get it. All right, flashbang, fear and greed index over here at a 72. This is what I'm saying. The Santa rally is coming. The needle went down to a 72 from an 84 yesterday, and we're right at 100K right now. That's amazing. Teo is on Tangent, yes, but you can't swap for it. I don't think. I'll look into it in a minute though, actually. So who said that? K-Hashaholic. I'll check. Can you swap for it? Let me know. I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. But anyways, this greed chart under 75 right now is amazing. Perfect. It is absolutely amazing. So you guys just hold on for the ride. It's gonna be crazy. All right, over here, top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. Starting with Bitcoin, just under a $2 trillion market cap. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, XRP. Oh wow, hold on, XRP and Tether flipped again. XRP's in fourth. Interesting. Solana, BNB, Dogecoin, Cardano in 8th place. We have USDC in 9th, and Lido Staked Ether in 10th place. Looks like Tron is down here in 11th. Nice. Lido Staked Ether is a $38 billion market cap. Not too bad. Shiba still doing, I mean, it's pulling back today, right? But it's still in 13th place at a $17 billion market cap. I'm still stunned that Shiba is up here. I don't hear any news ever about Shiba, ever. I don't know about you guys. Do you? Was it just me? I don't know. It's wild. Wild that it's still up here. Where's Caspa today? Caspa's in the green today. 16.39, so 16 cents. Nice. I guess there's been some rumors that this thing's going to be listed on Binance. If you guys saw, so I guess they have some correlation with giving away funds or doing some sort of like thing for a certain token a quarter prior to them actually listing the token or a coin. And Caspa is like their new, like they're gonna be giving away like 80,000 Caspa or something crazy. And yeah, I forget what it was exactly, but typically when they do something to promote a coin, they usually list it the quarter after, so everybody's expecting it like first quarter of next year, which would be very interesting. And we need something like Binance or Coinbase for Caspa. Even though it was just listed on Kraken, it was kind of a flop, to be honest. It was, again, tier 1 exchange, but lowest of the tier 1 exchanges. Nothing against Kraken, I like Kraken, they're a great exchange, but just in general they are the lowest of the tier 1s. All right, moving on to the mining segment of things. You guys know I like to timestamp this stuff. Let's see, we got the AlphaPax DG1, or Hydro 1 rather, over here making $60 a day. This is a 20 gigahash unit. We have the L9 17 gigahash unit, man, I could speak today, at 55.28. We got the L9 16 gigahash unit over here making $52 a day. We got the AL1 Pro over here, 16.6 terahash unit making $40 a day. How's the lithium looking today? Let's see. What the hell? I just clicked on. That's not real. What the hell? How did that just happen? I just hit like a side button on my mouse and it just went to Bitcoin and it showed 103. That was weird. Sorry. All right, back on track. I put my phone too close to my mouse. That's the problem. $1.96. Hell yeah. Nice. Up 4% today. Look at that. Look at that. It's up over the 7-day. It's up over the month. It's up over the 3-month. All right. Lithium showing signs of life. This is nice. It's nice to see. It's nice to see everybody that has lithium miners, the AL1s. Where's the original AL1? Right here, 15.6 terahash unit. Some people paid like 40 grand for these things though. I could not pay the price of a minivan for a freaking ASIC, but make it 37.66 on that unit. On the AL1 15.6 terahash unit, the AL1 Pro 16.6, make it $40 a day. Interesting. The AL3 15 terahash unit from Ice River, shout out to them. You guys are looking for a coupon code for Ice River. I think mine's Chump, if I'm not mistaken, but 35.91 on this one. AL3 was way cheaper. I remember they stomped on them. They like came out like 15 grand or something, and these ones are like 40. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, the L79050. You guys know I got this thing down at Terra Hosting. Shout out to them. If you're interested in hosting for your ASIC machines, feel free to reach out. Links in the description. Paying 10 cents or a little under 10 cents per kilowatt hour down there. Again, my 9050 making $25.77 a day after paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Perfect. Electric rate. That's crazy. So I'm probably making more than that because I think they did lower their electric rate, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's see. The Gold Shell AL Max 8.3 terahash unit over here making $16.48 a day. The Gold Shell DG Max 6.5 gigahash is making $16.25 a day. What is this thing? I'm gonna click on it. Oh, it like looks like a legit ASIC. Well, that's strange. I'm not used to Gold Shell showing those. Interesting. Very interesting. DG Max, same thing. Yep. Interesting. I don't know if you guys saw that video where I did the EDG1M or something that Gold Shell sent me. Where is it? This one right here. 3.4 giga hashes, make it $8 a day. Nice. Almost $8.50. That's sweet. But this, when you open up that server case, it's literally just an ASIC sideways with like a, what's it called, a PSU just kind of mounted in there. It's kind of neat though. Like, I like the server style. Very neat. Steven Cicero, I have to take that wrench away. You're an idiot. All right, let's see. Anything else? Not really. Nothing else I really want to look at. Everything's still profitable, guys. Well, for the most part. Let's check. You know what? I do want to look at the mini Doge. See how that's doing. Even though Doge is in red, the original mini Doge, 185 mega hashes, 233 watts, 14 cents a day. Dude, an L3 is making 7 cents a day. That's 600 mega hashes. That's crazy. That's crazy. That thing's still profitable. Insanity. All right, let's go back to all. I'm gonna go to my S19K. Let's see what this is looking like. All right, my S19K, I got down to Terra hosting as well. 120 Terra hashes, making $2.47 a day. It's kind of ass, I ain't gonna lie, but it's still good. At least it's profitable. It's usually negative. So now that it's close to 100K, we're making a couple pennies on this thing a day. And you know what? I saw who the hell showed that picture yesterday? Man, who was it? Or it was 2 days ago. No, I think it was yesterday. Somebody, might have been my VIP chat. Somebody took sent a picture of somebody listing a bunch of like S19Ks or whatever it was. I think it was maybe J Pros. But they bought these in the bear market. They stuck them on a pallet in their garage and just waited for Bitcoin to hit 100K to list them for sale. It was a freaking genius move. Instead of losing money on them, you know, running them at a high electric rate or whatever, they're just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna dump these things on somebody when they're willing to pay the money for them, and that's a good way to do it. Definitely time to invest into ASICs in the bear run, and not right now. Please don't do that now, because that'd be terrible. All right, over here, GPUs. Looks like a Leo top of the charts. The 170HX, Zealous and Carlson. Interesting. How's Carlson doing? My man, little time. KLS. Let's see. My man, little time, loves this. He's a whale. He's a whale on Carlson. It's all right, I guess. I had a run up the other day. This is second, yeah. All right, hundreds. All right, so we're at tenths of a penny right now, right? So it moved a couple hundredths of a penny, or it went down a couple hundredths of a penny rather. Nothing to really jump at. We got Clore over here on the 7900 XTX. Looks like all the AMD cards really are Clore. The NVIDIA CMP 100-210 is same thing on Clore. How's Clore looking? Let's see. I think Clore is going to be a decent run this bull run. 15 cents. Nice. That's sick. That's looking really good, actually. It's up on the 7-day, up on the month, up on the 3-month. Nice. And Clore is still down 65%. You never know. Clore could do good things. Who knows? It's mineable and it has a platform, so it's definitely a big positive for it. All right, we're gonna watch some yesterday reactions to the 100K point break, right, with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's breakout is a precursor for equities through the end of the year, says Fundstrat's Tom Lee. Let's see what he's gonna say over here on CNBC television yesterday, about 20 hours ago. Let's do it.
Fundstrat Global Advisors Head of Research Tom Lee joins us on set today. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
He's excited today.
So, based on what Taneo was describing with regard to Bitcoin, what do you think that this most recent rally says about the overall risk appetite in the market right now?
Well, it's really telling us investors are pro-risk. I do think it also just signals how much capital has been idle for the last couple of years, either parked in money market cash or waiting to see if the economy survived. So I think Bitcoin rising is to me, breaking out of a holding pattern is a precursor to what the S&P is going to do the rest of the year.
Speaking of the moves in the broader markets, you say the road to 6,300 is paved with bumps. What do you expect investors to see ahead that may slow them down? What are some of the key markers that you're looking for?
Well, I think there's a lot of macro to digest the next 3 weeks. You know, tomorrow is the jobs report, and I think investors are fearful that it's going to be too strong because of the hurricane and seasonal adjustments, so it's going to be a big number. Next week is CPI, which has been running a little hot, and Fed Chair Powell spoke about that earlier this week. And then, of course, on the 18th is the FOMC rate decision. So I think once we're through these events, investors can actually then invest into sort of that Christmas Santa Claus rally. So I think 6,300 is still very doable.
So you're basically saying don't go away after the 18th because there may be some additional upside toward the end of the year?
Yes, or buy the dips. Yeah.
So, I mean, you suggest there that we're in a good news is bad news for stocks environment. I mean, why should the market be concerned if the Fed is going to be less aggressive in terms of cutting rates?
I think there's a conceptual change that the market has to get used to, which is, let's say earlier this year when the Fed started cutting, people thought, well, 5 cuts is good for stocks in 2025. So if the number gets reduced, it's bearish. I think as we get into 2025, the market's going to shift to thinking the fewest cuts possible next year is the best case because it elongates the dovish cycle. So I think we have to flip the script, but it's going to take some time.
But hasn't that been the case all year? I mean, because in January of this year, the market was implying 6 or 7 cuts. We're only getting a few. We've slowed the pace. The 2-year yield is not that far below Fed funds anymore. So I guess my point is the market's already kind of registered that slower is better.
That's right. I think it's, I would just say it's not a consensus accepted view because, for instance, when Fed Chair Powell spoke about taking things a little slower, the market got weak and then maybe had a rethink. So I think it's going to take a while until markets realize 1 cut next year is actually quite bullish.
Are you surprised that equities haven't reacted to some of the political turmoil abroad, South Korea, France, elsewhere?
In some ways, I think the stock market had been already pricing this in because, as you know, this year has been a pretty significant divergence between U.S. versus Europe and U.S. versus emerging markets, and even China's sort of failed rally. So I think in some ways the market's not surprised. Maybe it was even pricing in this through currencies and equity prices.
Tom, I'm going to go back a long ways to our long relationship. Do you still even track active managers and how much, they're trailing their bogeys at all, and whether that's a factor in any way at the end of the year?
Yeah, in fact, we've been cleaning up that data because, as you know, in the last 10 years, there's been a big change in the number of managers. It's good. It's kind of a good and bad year because active managers that tactically went cyclical or more offensive or tech have been having banner years. I mean, we have so many clients that are beating their benchmark by 6, 7, 8. These are unheard of outperformance, but it's a small number because, as you know, when you look at the world more towards macro or market neutral, it's been very tough.
Interesting. And real quick, somebody mentioned in the chat about the our old friend.
Talk to it. Spit on that thing.
That girl. Let me see. What was it? Was it Voidzilla? I think. Let me see. Yep. Pretty sure that's what it was. Exposing the Hawk to a scam. I don't know if you guys heard. So yesterday she launched a coin. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, real quick. Crypto KJ. Thank you for this, by the way. This is what I was talking about. It was Geek of All Trades that posted on Twitter. Totally forgot. Screenshot was taken tonight shortly after breaking 100K BTC. Somebody bought all these hand miners and they got them all ready to go. It's kind of stupid that the dude left his label right there that you could probably clean up and see what the address is. It's not very smart, but anyways, yeah, that was that. Let me see, what was it? Oh, where was I gonna go? Hawk to a girl. What's her name? Haley. Yeah, that one. Haley Welsh. Here we go. So she listed a meme coin.
For Solana wallets, I'm giving out some meme coins for free. Coming to you December 4th.
This poor girl, right? And I say poor girl only because I feel like she probably got taken advantage of by some butthole that, knew that they could make money on a meme coin. So they released this they have the Hawkonomics right here. The Hawk to a coin or whatever the fuck it is. Some shitty meme coin. As always, gets rugged and ruins people. People lost a bunch of money. The biggest problem here is that she made I don't know, almost $2 million on fees, right? And whoever helped her create the coin made a shit ton of money and just kind of rugged everybody. So I feel like she got dragged into something really stupid that she didn't understand. And yeah, CoffeeZilla made a video about it. If you guys want to watch it, I'm not going to watch it right now, but I will throw it in the live chat for you guys to go watch this if you have a chance to watch it, and it explains pretty much everything. But yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I totally forgot, to be honest. All right, moving on. Let's see. Robinhood CEO Vlad, he says Bitcoin's gone from largely being ridiculed and being taken very seriously. Let's see what he's got to say over here on CNBC television about 21 hours ago.
Robinhood is hosting its first ever Investor Day. Just did it yesterday. And we've got some of the highlights. The CEO, Vlad Tenev, saying the company is considering expanding into sports betting. And Robinhood stock has quadrupled, I should say. I was going to say quintupled, quadrupled over the past year. And Vlad is on the set right here, ready to do the Squawk Pod. Have you?
Real quick, it was 50 million. 50 million they rugged that thing for? Holy shit. That's crazy.
You haven't done Caller Daddy yet.
I don't know, was that much.
Would you consider that?
Maybe, yeah.
Have you done Rogan?
Not yet.
Not yet, but yet everybody wants Rogan. See, it's all moving the direction of travel.
Call me a mother. Is that
that's
yeah,
that's the name of your show?
Thinking about it.
I think that could work.
That's only half a word.
I know, but that's why I think it would work. So, Vlad, it's great to see you this morning.
Great to be here, as always.
Fascinating day yesterday. Before we get into that, I want to actually just hit Bitcoin for just a second with you, if you'd indulge me, because it's over $100,000 now. I think it's about 102. Are we at 103 yet?
We're at 103.
And fascinatingly, one of the things that did happen yesterday also was Jay Powell compared it to gold. I want to show you what he said.
People use Bitcoin as a speculative asset, right? It's like gold. It's just like gold, only it's virtual. It's digital. People are not using it as a form of payment or as a store of value. It's highly volatile. It's not a competitor for the dollar. It's really a competitor for gold. You know, that's really how I think of it.
That seemed to me to be an evolution of thinking, at least from the sort of public officials that you hear from Washington on this.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin over the past 10 years has gone from largely being ridiculed and ignored and questioned to now being taken very seriously. You saw that earlier this year with the ETFs. And I think if you talk to early adopters of Bitcoin and Bitcoin maximalists, they've been saying that Bitcoin is like gold for many, many years. So hearing the Fed chair say
hearing getting over 102 now, where are we at? I don't even know where we are. 103.
102.8.
102.8. Do you say to yourself that, I mean, I don't know what kind of traffic you're seeing on the site right now. I assume it's gangbusters.
We released our November numbers. Crypto trading in general was up something like 400% month over month. We did over 30 billion in crypto volumes. October was also quite a strong month for crypto. So it's been heavy, certainly.
And then, of course, the big question is, are you getting on the train at the right time or the wrong time? You get to these big numbers, and then you say, it just has so much more to go. We obviously have had some real bulls on this broadcast over the years that have $500,000 targets, $1 million target, really extraordinary kinds of numbers. Obviously, by the way, the bigger the number gets, the harder it is to actually get the same kind of return that you had if you were, with the program, if you will, a decade ago.
What I will say is likely one of the other interesting things about Powell's answer to your question is that when you compare Bitcoin to gold like that, a lot of the Bitcoin maxis have been talking about should there be a Bitcoin strategic reserve similar to the gold strategic reserves of the country. And I think that gets people very, very excited. I mean, if there was a Bitcoin strategic reserve and you're a Bitcoin maxi, like that's something that they've been talking about.
It also just seems that this administration, I don't know what you think of the new appointed or the nominee to be the head of the SEC, is a big crypto a bull in many ways, no?
Yeah, I mean, this current administration has been hostile to crypto, very much so. I mean, we've been kind of a victim of that alongside the broader industry. So having people that come in that understand it and embrace it is very important.
Just so I understand, what do you think embracing it means for your business? Meaning, what is it that's going to happen? What are the kinds of products that you think could evolve that you can't offer today that you'll be able to offer tomorrow?
Yeah, so the near-term thing is ending regulation by enforcement and having some sort of interim rule set by the agencies while we wait for legislative action. I think that likely will happen now, since both the House and the Senate and the executive branch are Republican and they're open to this. Slightly longer term, I think what this opens is crypto being embraced as kind of the new infrastructure layer behind the financial system. This is something I talked about in Investor Day. One way to look at crypto is as a tradable asset like equities, options, and futures. The other way to look at it, which I think is more interesting, is as the next step in the technology evolution from mainframe to cloud to blockchain. And we see how efficient it is as an infrastructure layer. We run both businesses, crypto and traditional finance, at scale. Crypto businesses 10 times lower costs. And that's because a lot of these intermediaries that run on mainframe, like clearinghouses, transfer agents, payment processors, are just replaced by software. So I think what you're likely to see is tokenization.
And you think that's the big shift?
I think that having more real-life assets, real-world assets, including stocks, on blockchains is going to be, there's big potential. I think Robinhood can actually be a leader in that space.
That'd be cool, though. That'd be really cool for Robinhood, actually. Let me see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Just goes to show you how far some people will go to make a few bucks. Yeah, it doesn't make the crypto space look very good. It does suck. It does suck, the whole freaking meme coin bullshit. But I don't know. It's just sad because she has no idea what she was doing with crypto, right? And she clearly got taken advantage of by whoever wanted to set that whole hawk to fucking meme coin bullshit up. All right, 100K milestone for Bitcoin represents a paradigm shift, says Galaxy's Mike Novogratz. This dude's awesome. Let's see what he says.
Here now for more. I don't know if we should call it a victory lap. Mike Novogratz is the founder and CEO of blockchain company Galaxy and a early investor in Bitcoin. Mike, what's the portfolio statement at this point? How much money have you made off of this stuff?
Yeah, a lot. Listen, more important than the money, there's been a group of people for really 15 years that have tried to birth this asset into existence. And it's just a time to pause and recognize that it's a community that got together that decided they were going to store their hard-earned worth in this technology. And, if Satoshi was alive, because I don't think he is, I'm sure he'd have a big smile on his face. It was a great technology, but it's really the social construct that people learn to understand it and trust each other. Yeah. And so in a lot of ways, this is probably the greatest example of a broad-based coalition of people coming together to do something really spectacular. And so I think, before we talk about price, I just want to recognize the moment, because $2 trillion asset in 15 years coming out of a guy's idea is pretty stinking spectacular.
It is, and I think there's a generational significance here as well. Many of the people who have made a lot of money in this are on the younger side, and maybe you look at what's, good luck trying to get into real estate, good luck with the stock market. This is a protocol that really has kind of minted a new generation of millionaires and maybe more at this point. A lot of people are also who have been, kind of the real buyers of sticky hands or whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's people I know and who who have made a lot of money on this, and they still insist they are never selling. Why is that? Why is that?
Do you think that's people?
Yes, do you think that's still true?
She said sticky hands. It reminded me of those stupid things you'd buy for like a quarter or something. Remember those sticky hands? They were like a string. You just throw them at the wall.
A belief system for people, right?
It's a
belief system more so even than a financial asset for a lot of people. That said, I was on the phone with one of the great macro investors in the world, and we were discussing, we might have just seen in the last 3 months the single greatest wealth gain for 25 to 45-year-olds in history. Right? Because they have a lot of their money in crypto. You've had crypto broadly double or more, depending on which collection of coins you own, and what impact that'll have on the economy, right? In general, 23% of wealth shocks get spent in consumption. And I think you're going to see, the tables at Miami are going to get bid back up on the Miami nightclubs, and people are going to be buying houses and cars. And so it'll be interesting to see if the Fed has an input of an increase in consumption from this massive wealth gain that a bunch of young people have made.
Oh, totally. Let me ask you still, for the skeptics, Mike, and even myself, when a neighbor of mine works at Coinbase, and I remember sitting down with him during COVID, and he wrote out the whole thing, he explained it all, and I thought, okay, I intellectually understand how this is unique and can be a valid and novel store of value, basically. But let's remember, this was also created with the idea of it being a unit of currency, a kind of native currency to the internet. No one wants to spend it anymore. We all want to hold it.
Listen, early on, it morphed itself from a payments idea to a store of value, to digital gold. And if you just simply think of this as the new generation's gold, it is a store of value. It will go up when people want it. It will go down when people say we don't need it. Right now there's a frenzy around buying Bitcoin all around the world. It's one of the first global assets, but there is so much leverage in the system, right? The basis, what it costs to fund long positions is as wide as I've ever seen it. And so will it last to the end of the year? I think so. Could it last to the inauguration? I think so. But I can guarantee all your listeners, there will be at least one, if not two, vicious retracements, which will test your soul, right? When there's that much leverage in a system, it washes it out. The bigger question is, why did I call this a paradigm shift? The reason I called it a paradigm shift is we had 4 years of horrible regulation and an administration that really didn't want to promote digital assets, Bitcoin, or any cryptocurrency in America. And America literally leads the world in regulation. If it doesn't work here, it's very hard for it to work elsewhere. And we have a president now, like him or not, he is great for the crypto industry. He has had early on, he was going to be a crypto president, a Bitcoin president. He's got a cabinet full of believers, full of people that are long crypto. And so I think you can see with the choice of the SEC chair, we are going to have a much different regulatory environment, and that's going to allow innovation. It's going to allow TradeFi, the Citibanks of the world and everyone else to participate in this new asset class. And it's tough because you can see on one hand, man, it feels very frothy and leveraged. A lot of the stocks feel expensive. On the other hand, it feels like the rest of the world is just going to get it. The traditional world is just going to get a chance to play.
Exactly.
Very, very true. Crypto KJ says BTC to 50K. I'm selling my mom to buy BTC. I think your sister would go better. I think you'd get more for your sister. Do you have a sister? Oh man, Crypto KJ. God damn it. All right, here's what's next after Bitcoin's $100,000 milestone. CNBC Crypto World. Let's do it.
Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Brandon Gomez. Bitcoin notching yet another milestone after it crossed the highly anticipated $100,000 threshold overnight. Bitcoin's new record high stands at $103,844. It's another high point in a major year for the cryptocurrency, which kicked off with the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US back in January, then the halving in April, and of course, an explosion in attention during the 2024 election. President-elect Trump became a friend of the industry, meeting with executives and campaigning on crypto as an issue. Reacting to the $100,000 milestone, Trump posted on Truth Social, congratulating Bitcoiners and saying, quote, "You're welcome." Bitcoin also notched its new record the same day Trump publicly announced his pick to lead the SEC, former agency commissioner Paul Atkins. If confirmed, he will succeed current chair.
Who wants to take bets? We should take bets in Discord. If that guy, the new guy, has his hair looks like this by the end of his term.
Gary Gensler, who's led multiple major enforcement actions against the crypto industry and who said he'd step down on Inauguration Day. Also yesterday, comments made by Fed Chair Powell may have given Bitcoin a slight push. He told Andrew Ross Sorkin at the New York Times Dealbook Summit that the central bank is limited in its ability to regulate Bitcoin and that the currency does not compete against the US dollar. Instead, it competes with gold. Now looking at where prices stand as of noon Eastern, Bitcoin dipped from its earlier high and traded at $101,100. Ether and XRP joined the rally, gaining around 4% and 2% respectively. Meme coins also reacting to Bitcoin's move higher, with both Doge and Shiba Inu up around 4%. And crypto-focused stocks opened higher relative to broader markets this morning, but as of midday gave back those gains. All right, for our main story, Crypto World's Jordan Smith spoke with Anthony Georgiades, the founder and general partner at Innovating Capital, just before Bitcoin's jump above the 100K mark. Georgiades shares what he thinks is driving the crypto rally and where meme coins fit in the current market cycle.
Oh boy, meme coins. They got to bring out meme coins, right? I think this was like just before the whole scam thing happened.
What do you make of this range we seem to be in, whether we're poised for a breakout in either direction in the near term?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the kind of post-election cycle, it's a little interesting. It seems as though a lot of individuals, myself included, were anticipating a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Obviously, with the markets leading up to the election, seemingly perfectly pricing in, obviously, both the outcome and what a Trump win would entail from really much more regulatory certainty. We're already seeing it. We're seeing changes to really the SEC landscape. We're seeing changes to Congress and legislation with regards to how we're going to really establish clear-cut frameworks. We're seeing a tremendous amount of support and adoption for crypto at both the enterprise and legislative level, obviously with some of the ETF approvals and flows we've seen there. I think the market, is generally reacting in a choppy fashion right now. There's obviously still some time to go. There's still a lot of hurdles to get through. Very cautiously optimistic within these price ranges. And I think obviously, in the short term, what it'll really take to see a significant breakthrough past these levels is really the broader market thesis actually playing out and being executed on. Establishing clear-cut frameworks, seeing legislation pass through, and seeing some of that more institutionalized adoption pan out. Look at MicroStrategy. It's pricing obviously to perfection, trading at multiples of a premium over its book value of Bitcoin itself. So there's still some choppiness and frothiness out there, but I think time will tell, obviously, and as things pan out, the market will continue to price things properly. I'm obviously very, very, very bullish, medium term and long term.
Yeah, you brought up something there about institutional adoption, and I was wondering how much of the price action we're seeing right now is driven by institutions. We long talked about how after FTX, retail investors were sort of skittish around crypto. Institutions were still questioning whether they were going to get in, and now after Bitcoin ETFs especially, you have a lot of buying on the institutional side. But are you seeing any signs that retail investors are driving some of the action we saw post-election, or is it all about institutions right now?
Well, if you look back into November, right, I mean, that was just, groundbreaking, almost $8 billion of net inflows in a single month to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, right? And I think obviously, the post-election momentum is really driving that adoption. And, you're seeing very, very, very steady growth month over month, really trailing back to the start of this year. This obviously suggests much more of kind of a maturing market overall in terms of, it's really kind of a change in the tide in terms of this constant institutional flow. Keep in mind, though, typically when we've looked at cycles and where the retail investor comes into play is really the bull market cycle of inflows away from Bitcoin and Ethereum and into a lot of the more altcoins. We're seeing it with Ripple. We're seeing it with a bunch of coins on the market, from Hedera to Avalanche, whatever it might be. So I think it's kind of a twofold effect. Obviously the institutional inflows that lead to some of the price ascension of the top blue chips, Bitcoin and Ethereum, kind of set the path for a lot of this altcoin bull market run overall from retail players and institutional players alike.
You talk about altcoins. I think the other thing that comes to mind for a lot of people who are on the resale side and maybe crypto curious are these meme coins. We saw a spike in Dogecoin after the idea of the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk being involved. Does this cycle feel different when it comes to meme coins? Because when you go back to 2021, there was a lot of hype around less about utility and more around FOMO. Does it feel the same way this time around, given the rush into these tokens just around news related to politics or whatever else and less about utility?
I have had multiple people this cycle tell me that the first crypto coin that they ever bought was Dogecoin, several weeks ago. It does feel a little different, but it's the same in a lot of ways, right? You had obviously, back in 2017, a rush into ICOs. Obviously 2021, rush into NFTs and a variety of different projects. And, now the meme coin craze has always been there. It's just heightened at these levels. And, when you see obviously these overnight successes, and let's be clear, right? There are hundreds of thousands of meme coins out there, right? Different smart contracts and different tokens that have been launched, and only a few have really seen success. But just keep in mind one thing, with meme coins overall, and most of them advertise it. If you go to literally, memecoin.com or whatever, they market, there's no utility, there's no intrinsic value. This token's not worth, potentially anything, right? So when you're talking about meme coins, it's the really most kind of perfect on-ramp for non-crypto natives that may have some skepticism on crypto overall, but want to onboard and learn about the space a little bit more. If a token doesn't have any quote unquote fundamental utility around it, then you can look at price in one of two ways. It's either nothing or it's infinity, right? You don't have necessarily the utility of, let's say, Ethereum that's generating gas fees or has DApp growth on the platform, and you can back into some sort of underlying token value based on discounted analyses with regards to what the economic rent might be associated from fees and things like that. When that doesn't exist in the meme coin market, right, the expectation is infinite, and so you have a lot of the speculative FOMO into these tokens. Obviously, it can be very, very dangerous, and you could lose effectively everything. But at the same time, it's easy for people to understand and to conceptualize. There's a lot of social proof around meme coins, and really a lot of kind of community hacking that goes into those things. I personally don't participate in meme coins whatsoever, but I do understand their importance,
and you shouldn't,
and why they have a place in this market. And more than anything, I do see it as overall positive engagement in terms of onboarding new community members.
All right, good. I'm glad he was done talking. Jesus Christ, these fucking ads, man. I want to show you guys this link. Let's see, this link right here. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. All right, well that's the girl. Let's talk to a girl. But anyways, yeah, want to steal $50 million? Well, the Hawk to a girl did. She launched the coin, rugged it, and then shamelessly went to sleep like nothing happened. If you guys watch CoffeeZilla or Voidzilla's video, right, it's his other channel. If you watch that video, he gets on a Discord call or a Twitter call, his X call or whatever the hell it's called, X Spaces, and they were discussing this coin, and he actually raised his hand to talk or whatever. And it was pretty apparent that they rugged it. And she was just all right, in the middle of asking a question, she's all right, guys, well, I'm going to bed, see ya. And she just leaves. It was kind of messed up. But yeah, she's a 22-year-old girl, obviously got famous for the whole bid on thing on TikTok, and yeah, she made a meme coin and people lost their money. And I saw someone post on Twitter, some lady was I lost my life savings in this, my kids' college money, and blah blah blah. For one, do not invest into crypto that you cannot afford to lose, right? Don't put money in there that you cannot afford to lose. It's simple as that. If you can afford to lose it, fine, whatever. $100, $200, $1,000, depending on how rich you are, whatever you want to do, go for it. But if you can't afford to lose it, somebody else's money, your kid's money, don't do it. Stupid. You're just foolish at that point, and I'll feel bad for you. It's just dumb. All right. Anyways, moving on to the videos. I don't know if we're gonna get to anything else besides this one, but Bitcoin. What the F just happened? Let's see what Lark Davis got to say over here.
Bitcoin flash crash. Holy crap. I woke up today, looked at the charts, and was like, what's going on, Bitcoin? Crazy stuff, man. What's going on in this crazy crypto market sometimes? We're talking about the flash crash in today's video. We're talking about Ethereum. We've got some just crypto news and all kinds of fun stuff. AIH is Aptos, all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. Start hitting this. So let's have a look here. The flash crash. What a daily.
Oh, Crypto Frank said, I think a lot of people say that in hopes that others send money because they feel bad. You know what? That could be a play too. People are scumbags.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is
You're
this
right.
daily chart, guys? What did you guys do while I was sleeping? This is ridiculous. Yesterday, it pumped to 100K while I'm sleeping. Today, it dumped it all the way down to, where did we get to? $92,000. Goodness
Holy shit, it went
gracious.
down to 92. I thought it was like 94. God damn. Damn, wish I had a buy in there.
Just me. What a daily candle. Seriously,
Should've.
dumped from 104K all the way
That's
down
wild.
to 92K. Wild. What's interesting to think is that that's almost the bear market low is $15,500. That's nearly the equivalent to that one-day candle of the entire price of one Bitcoin back at the bottom of the bear market. Perspective, right? Interesting. Anyway.
Hold on. This is it. Oh, what the frick just happened? This is a thing right here. All right. Hi, at Haley Welsh. My $35,000 I purchased of Hawk is now $2,000 after 10 minutes of buying. I'm a huge fan of Hawk too, but you took my life savings. I purchased your coin Hawk that you were so excited about with my life savings and my children's college education fund as well. You did not mention you were going to buy 97% of the supply and sell it almost immediately to make a large profit. If I would have known that information, I would not have purchased your coin. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Please help me. Or who can I contact for a refund? If not, I'll be forced to use legal action. My crypto representative will be in touch. Yeah, all right. Good luck. Good luck getting the money back. But I would not be shocked if people don't sue the shit out of her.
What the heck happened? This is crazy. Of course, the downtrend kind of continues here. We didn't get any
That could
daily
be a
close above.
scam,
Obviously,
yeah.
that wick above changes things a little bit, but the MACD downtrend continuing here. We haven't got to the flip back over to a bullish cross on the daily yet.
College is a scam anyways. Don't pay for it.
Price still essentially in this weird consolidation zone. I know we're back to 98K already, so it's almost completely erased all of yesterday's price action. We're back to the price of 2 days ago, but yeah, very interesting anyway. So what the heck happened? Well, basically a giant leverage flush. Now, Charles Edwards here pointing out, saying,
happens.
Bitcoin, yes, this is normal. This is normal. These kind of massive leverage flushes absolutely happen all the time. So essentially what happens is that the more the price goes up, the more people leverage long, the more leverage gets created in the market. And when too much leverage happens too quickly, liquidations start happening. When liquidations start happening at high leverage, at high prices, it automatically sells the Bitcoin. That then creates a cascade down a little bit where the next liquidation gets hit and the next guy gets liquidated, and down you go until you flush it out of the system, at least to some adequate extent, which is one of the reasons why I always like to use low leverage and stop losses, because you never know when this kind of crap's going to happen. It can happen any old time. It's wild out here. Byzantine General saying this was possibly the largest liquidation ever. We can't know for sure because in 2021 the top exchanges fucked with the data, so it doesn't report the full liquidity volumes anymore. Said always multiply by 10 is an estimate. That means 4 billion versus the previous record of 3 billion. Interesting. So it's a pretty unique situation where BTC funding rates are completely neutralized while alts are still elevated. So essentially, when there will be flushes on alts too, don't you make any mistake that there will definitely be flushes on alts. Big nasty ones. It'll happen all the time. It's a bull market. Okay, massive leverage up. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back half the time. Okay, huge leverage up, flush out, pull back down, wash everyone, do it again. It's brutal, but it's how it works. But anyway, we've largely reset a lot of the leverage that we had on Bitcoin. Now we can reset, grind up again. It's fine. It's fine. Smiley says, basically, my macro quant started analyzing open interest data, and he asked me for thoughts, and these are my thoughts on today's cascade. Fully agreed and aligned with his post. Think we chop a bit, regain spot bit, alts keep sending, then we try $100,000 again. So open interest and funding is back to where we were a couple days ago. This was not the full classic liquidation cascade that we often see. You can see this is how many alts barely budged during this time. It's true. It's true. I saw that Bitcoin chart first, and I thought, my alts must have got savaged overnight. And I looked, I was like, damn, most of them barely moved. A little bit, but not very much. Said this ramp in open.
XRP had like a 50-cent pullback. ADA had a little bit pullback, but it's relatively not moved at all compared to Bitcoin.
With people opening longs on the 100K breakout, leading to a huge surge in funding rates into the 100% APR area. That's crazy, man.
It's because people were expecting after 100K it was just going to shoot to 120, and I mean, to be honest, I thought it was going to go that route too. But that's why you, unless you're 1,000% sure, which nothing can be 1,000% sure in Bitcoin. Just wait and see what happens.
My thought is that leverage longs chasing post 100K breakout is inevitable and cannot be stopped. However, the reason I think this is bullish is that instead of stacking further leverage onto the market and stretch the price to say 115K, we instead reverted and flushed this breakout open interest. Leverage longs are now liquidated and have PTSD. They will not be as convinced to leverage long 100K breakout this next round. It's brutal market, man. Brutal market. Brutal market, guys. Stay safe out there.
Sure is.
Hey, well, that was happening. Guess what? Wall Street bought $766 million more worth of Bitcoin. Now look at this week, by the way. Okay, we don't have the data in for Friday yet, but look at the first 4 days of the week: 350, 670, 550, 760. So that's $2.3 billion. Wall Street bought $2.3 billion of Bitcoin this week, guys. What's going on? Come on, that's crazy.
But not stupid.
Yeah, at 95, 98, $100,000 Bitcoin, Wall Street is buying like mad. That's crazy. Money's still out there, guys. Oh, there's always plenty of money out there. That's one lesson you gotta learn in life. There's always plenty of money out there. The only question is how can you make some of it flow to you? Real quick shout out.
Nope. All right, I'm going to leave Lark Davis. He's probably just going to go over some TA and stuff. If you guys are interested in watching that, please feel free. But I do want to watch Mr. Altcoin Daily's video. Bitcoin just hit $100,000. My new crypto investing plan. Again, take it as you will. I don't know if there's any shills. Let's do it.
We might have just seen in the last 3 months the single greatest wealth gain for 25 to 45-year-olds in history.
The Bitcoin price just hit over $100,000 per coin for the first time in history.
Because they have a lot of their money in crypto. You've had crypto broadly double or more, depending on which collection of coins you own.
Altcoin season has started. The question is, how long will it last? Also, when will Bitcoin top? What's a reasonable expectation in 2025?
Will it last to the end of the year? I think so. Could it last to the inauguration? I think so. But I can guarantee all your listeners, there will be at least one, if not two, vicious retracements.
Watch today's whole video.
And remember, sell in May and go away, right? If we continue to pump throughout the inauguration and all that, typically when you start getting closer to May, that's when you guys want to run away.
I want to share with you my updated crypto investing strategy. Also some pretty big altcoin news. Watch today's whole video. Do you think it's wise to update your price target post-election because things have changed? Or is that a rookie mistake to, as you get more bullish, update the target?
It's a really, really important question.
So starting with Bitcoin, subscribers of Altcoin Daily will remember I've been pretty vocal for years on where I see Bitcoin topping for this 4-year cycle. Meaning,
you know what's funny? He usually looks at the Margex charts. They must have stopped paying him.
After 2021, starting in the bear market of 2022, into 2023, and even most recently, just after this last halving, I've said the same thing.
Bitcoin's at least a minimum going to 2x. 2x from 69K, let's just call it 60. It's at least going to hit 120. It was always my expectation. That's my conservative price target.
For those of you who don't know, Bitcoin has what's called halvings, where the amount of supply coming into the ecosystem, being mined into existence, is halved. Right, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins ever in existence. Yet not all of those coins are mined yet. The last one won't be mined for over 100 years. And basic rules of supply and demand, if demand of an asset, any asset, just stays the same, and then that supply faucet, the amount of supply coming to the ecosystem, is halved, price has to go up. We're only 15.9% of the way to the next halving, or from what we just saw a few months ago, 6-7 months ago, the last halving. Looking at the Bitcoin price at 15.91% for past halvings, here it's pretty clear. The Bitcoin bull run, the Bitcoin price run is not done. Buying Bitcoin today is like buying Bitcoin right here in 2020, maybe 2021, probably 2020, like buying right here back in 2016, 17, and like buying right here back in 2013. So the vast majority of the gains do seem to come not only in the last leg, but the shortest amount of time. 120,000 BTC price top for this cycle was always the conservative estimate, but really it's not just about price, it's about other factors. We can read some of the on-chain data, the Puel multiple I've shared with you consistently over these last few years. This is reading the Bitcoin miners. Are they incentivized to sell? Is it getting toppy? Or are they incentivized to hold? Again, when metrics like this get more toppy, that's more of a factor to me. Also, since I made that original projection in the bear market of 2022, think of everything that's changed. BlackRock was not involved. Now they're still actively accumulating. The Federal Reserve is not only in a cutting phase, which will continue to happen, whether it's 3, whether it's 5, into 2025, but also Jerome Powell is saying that Bitcoin is not a threat.
Before I forget, one of the reasons I wanted to actually ask you about Bitcoin is, to some degree, people think that that is a symbol of people's faith or lack of faith in either the U.S. dollar or in the Federal Reserve itself, in terms of the system. What do you think of that idea?
I don't think that's how people think about it. I mean, it's so, people use Bitcoin as a speculative asset, right? It's like gold. It's just like gold, only it's virtual. It's digital. People are not using it as a form of payment or as a store of value. It's highly volatile. It's not a competitor for the dollar. It's really a competitor for gold. That's really how I think of it.
And let's not forget the game theory that now that President of the U.S., Donald Trump, likes Bitcoin, other global leaders are getting behind Bitcoin.
Биткоин кто может запретить? Никто.
Who can ban Bitcoin? Nobody. Who can prohibit the use of other electronic means of payment? Nobody.
Потому что это новые технологии.
Because these are new
Чего бы ни было,
technologies.
чего бы ни
And no matter
происходило
what
с долларом,
happens,
эти инструменты.
the dollar, these tools will. What do you say? The dollar, these tools will. develop one way or the other. Yeah. Here we go.
Also, maybe the biggest thing that won't even come into effect until early 2025 is Donald Trump has officially appointed a pro-crypto SEC chair.
We know that he is expected to at least not be as much of a crypto hawk per se as Gary Gensler, and he's relatively pro-crypto.
So understanding all that, my cycle top for BTC still remains at a conservative level, $120,000 per coin, maybe the range, the mid-level, I think 150, and if things go ultra crazy, super top, is 200K, but really at $120,000 or around there, I do start to take profits. Not my Bitcoin. It would have to be outrageously overvalued for me to sell my Bitcoin, but altcoins near the cycle tops.
I think 120 is realistic. 150 is pushing it. I don't think 200 at all.
To the pump, you want to start taking profits on the altcoins while keeping a moon bag. And altcoin season is officially now. It's happening. But how long can this last? Well, the last cycle, once we entered altcoin season territory, we stayed there for 88 days. So far this run, we've only been there for 5 days. The biggest gains come the longer we stay in this zone. This is only the warm-up. Now is the time to subscribe, stay involved.
Oh, is that
also
is that the fear and greed index thing right there, the 82? That's where we were yesterday. I gotta skip all that. Sorry.
And looking at latest altcoin news,
there we go.
Just in, the Hawk to a meme coin dumps 90% following controversial launch. CoffeeZilla actually confronted Hawk to a girl live on Spaces last night.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No, that's not true. That is
true.
That's
a
very
fact.
true.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
That's fucking idiot.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
CoffeeZilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for 50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for 50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now, we had...
We're doing it for
millions. Listen, no, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic...
Highly encourage you to check out the full 6-minute clip on our X, linked down below before CoffeeZilla makes a video. Check out the full clip. And it's interesting to see which altcoins are making growth milestones. On-chain data tells a story. Midas leads all L2s in L1 deposit growth over the last 7 days, meaning money is flowing into Midas, then second Eclipse, third base. We have a project update selected for Aether's Catalyst Fund. As you may remember, Aether launched a $100 million fund to accelerate AI and gaming innovation, meaning a collaboration, meaning certain projects get money, excited to empower humans AI as an AI innovator receiving GPU compute support from our $100 million ecosystem fund. That's the video, like always.
All right, shout out to Altcoin Daily for that. If you guys haven't, or you don't know who he is, or Lark Davis, go check him out. Links in the description. All right, getting to the recap segment of things. Anybody just joining, Bitcoin as of right now is at 97,989, still looking strong as hell. We pulled back a little bit, but it's not that bad. Overall, the market is absolutely perfect. We have Ethereum at 38.55, XRP's at $2.28, Solana 232 bucks. We got BNB at 710, ADA's at $1.15, LTC's at $131. Damn, LTC down 6.68%, is still killing it. Caspa is in the green, 16 cents, 16.1. It's always nice whenever I see some red here. There's usually Caspa's usually in the green. It's kind of weird, but whatever. ETC 34.72, still looking strong as hell. Let's see. AVAX $50.25. We have TRX over there at 31 cents. Dogecoin at 42. Crazy. It's crazy how far these are all down, and they're still like up a lot. All these meme coins, insane. BGB over here up 23% today, $2.32. Absolutely insane. All right, let's see. Crypto bubbles, anything change over here? Nope. BGB still the biggest earner. DYDX in second place, 21%, $2.25. Let's check out Fear and Greed Index flashbang. Let's see, we're at a 72. Yesterday was an 84. This is good. Under 75. It's perfect. Need a reset. Santa Rally is coming. With that being said, guys, that's it. Real quick, let me read the chat. Someone asked about the Hawk to a girl, so she rugged a bunch of people. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I don't think it was her personally. I think it was again, the people she trusted to run this meme coin or whatever, they absolutely took advantage of all the Timmies in the space and all the people that had never been into crypto, and they thought it was a good idea to go buy into this freaking coin. For whatever reason, this chick got famous for being able to SDs. That's pretty much it. And yeah, I don't know. It was funny. Someone posted a picture of it and they're like, seriously guys, over this, she's a 6 at best. People are fucking brutal on Twitter. So brutal. Anyways, all right, guys, listen, we gotta get out of here. Happy Friday. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna leave you guys with this first before we do the Hodl Gang song. We gotta play this one just because it's epic.
Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack. Yeah, we climbed so Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack.
How did that restart?
Yeah, we climbed so far from where we started at. Tell me where were you when BD hit 100 racks? We kept the faith, ran the race, now we run it back. Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack. Yeah, we climbed so far from where we started at. Tell me where were you when BD hit 100 racks? We kept the faith, ran the race, now we run it back. 100 racks, 100 bands, 100 million sats. Hold it in my hands. Yeah, they used to laugh at us, now they wanna dance. They never bought any before, but now they want a chance. TV news reports going to the moon. A year ago, that very station told you it was doomed. I was telling everyone about it, they never heard me though. Now I'm checking my folio, getting vertigo. Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack. Yeah, we climbed so far from where we started at. Tell me where were you when BD hit 100 racks? We kept the faith, ran the race, now we run it back. Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack. Yeah, we climbed so far from where we started at. Tell me where were you when BD hit 100 racks? We kept the faith, ran the race, now we run it back. Shout out Gary G. Wow. Senator Warren, the biggest clown show on earth. They kept the circus going. Those ETFs received the checks and kept the surplus flowing. They tried their best to FUD, but nothing stopped the chart from blowing. Shout out Larry Fink and all the Wall Street chads. The people that were laughing at us about to buy our bags. Back in 2018, I said I'd never sell. Now they're bidding 6-figure biddy. Maybe I will. Woke up, check the chart, had a heart attack. Yeah, we climbed so far from where we started at. Tell me where were you when BD hit 100 racks? We kept the faith, ran the race, now we run it back. Woke up, check the chart.
All right, gonna jump into the Hodl Gang. Love that song though. That dude, this guy Lil Bubble, has been making songs forever. But guys, listen, happy Friday. Appreciate you all for hanging out with me on the Daily Grind. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday morning, as always.
Backyard garage, solar powered area. Spent a lot of money trying to mine that Ethereum. Boy, I got a habit, I'ma bounce right back. And I'm addicted, I become a cryptomaniac. You see, I got no stocks and I got no gold. I'm all in, all I do is I buy crypto. Wish I could roll back time to that old Silk Road. I wanna hodl till I can't no more. Wish I could roll back time to that old Silk Road. I wanna hodl till I can't no more. I'm gonna add crypto to my portfolio. I wanna hodl till I can't no more.
Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Stay safe and enjoy your Friday. Peace, peace. Hit that like button on the way out.